Yo, what up? It's Compton Rick Robert Compton Rick Rock TV. We got some more update. Alleged BRICC baby as well as LUCE Cannon has been arrested in this big U case. Officials announced rolling 60 Crips gang members arrest along with other participants in this case. Social media might have played a big part in this investigation. Who knows? But we will get to the content with no further delay. Y'all don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment as well. Let's go.
Good morning. I'm Joe McNally, the acting United States Attorney here in Los Angeles. Today, we're here to announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, and a youth charity to further his own criminal enterprise, an enterprise engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, human trafficking, COVID fraud, and other felonies. Mr. Henley and several other individuals linked to him and his criminal enterprise were charged in a criminal complaint with federal racketeering conspiracy. Mr. Henley is a fugitive, and he is currently wanted by federal law enforcement. Other individuals linked to his criminal enterprise were arrested today, approximately 10 defendants who are charged in various indictments. Again, Mr. Henley is a fugitive. 4 defendants are in state custody and will be transferred into federal custody, and we are still seeking Mr. Henley and another fugitive. The Department of Justice's top priority is eliminating violent crime caused by criminal street gangs and organized crime. These organizations cause a tremendous amount of harm in our communities. And today's arrests are part of our office's efforts, FBI, IRS, LAPD, the team you see up here, to make our communities safer and rid our streets of these.
You guys heard him say LAPD. If y'all don't think that LAPD has been watching the content from these guys, you guys are definitely crazy, man. You got to wake up. 600 whack. All these guys been on the internet talking about this case, and man, who knows what they've been watching? Who knows, man? And it been other people talking about this case as well. Man, it's getting vicious. It's getting crazy. This is what I call welcome to the internet. Do not get yourself twisted. Let's get back to this content.
Criminal street gangs, including ones operated by violent felons like Mr. Henley, who are posing as savvy businessmen and community leaders, but in the end are violent criminals. The affidavit filed with criminal complaint alleges that Mr. Henley operated Big U Enterprises, a mafia-like organization that utilized Mr. Henley's stature and long-standing association with the Crips criminal street gang and other gangs here in Los Angeles to intimidate businesses and individuals in our communities. I want to stress that the allegations here in the complaint are allegations only, and the defendants are presumed innocent until proven otherwise. Let me talk a little bit about Mr. Henley and the street gang here. As I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the rolling 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet, talk shows, and podcasts, all things that law enforcement have looked at closely as part of this investigation. He has maintained the...
I haven't even seen this. I have not seen. This is my first time watching this, y'all. I'm watching this with y'all. And guess what? Y'all heard what they said. The internet has been a big part of this investigation. So all them dudes who've been on here running their mouth talking about this, look what happened, man. Vicious. And it's crazy how LUCE Cannon and BRICC baby was just on No Jumper last night. And it seemed like they might have got followed. It might have been a setup from the whole gate. Let's get them on here and let's get them to talk, because the show was 4 hours long. The line was 4 hours long. Let's get these two guys to talk, because we're going to arrest them tomorrow. Y'all think Adam 22? No. And now that it raised more suspicious to me, that y'all remember when LUCE Cannon said his house got hit, everybody said, no, it didn't. That was something that was up the street. He kept on making it clear that, man, my house got hit. I got arrested, man. They let me go. Oh, man, ain't no telling who's telling. Let's get back to this, man.
The image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, Developing Options, which purports to help at youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the...
Whoa. This is the case that 600 has been talking about for the last 2 weeks. WAC 100 has been talking about this case for the last 2 weeks. 600 went viral for saying that it was up under their fingernails. The family member, I guess the victim's mother, told this to WAC and told this to 600, and they ran to the internet with it. Man, this is getting real tricky, y'all.
Investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement. Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines, extorting strip clubs, marijuana dispensaries, and other businesses, and fraudulently applying for COVID loans in the form of a business relief loan. On that application, Mr. Henley falsely stated that his music label, Unique Music, operated at a $200,000 profit in 2019 and was entitled to government assistance, despite the reality that the company had operated at a loss and was ineligible for such relief. Finally, Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity, Developing Options, which, as I said, purports to give South LA at-risk youth alternatives to gang violence, drugs, and other criminal activity. Henley used this charity as a front. He used it to conceal his fraudulent activities, his criminal enterprises activities, and evade detection from law enforcement. If convicted on the racketeering conspiracy, he and his co-conspirators face approximately a 20-year federal prison sentence. I want to thank our federal law enforcement partners, or state law enforcement partners, who brought about the result here today. The Los Angeles Metropolitan Gang Task Force from the FBI. It's comprised of FBI agents, LAPD officers, IRS Criminal Investigation, the U.S. Department of Justice Inspector General's Office, Los Angeles Police Department, the North Las Vegas Police Department. This case is a great example of state and federal law enforcement working together to address harm from a criminal enterprise. I also want to thank our prosecutors, Assistant U.S. Attorneys Kevin Butler and Jenna McCabe, for their diligence and dogged determination in this case. With that, I'll turn it over to our next speaker, FBI Special Agent in Charge, Ted Dox.
Thank you, Joe. Absolutely. My name is Ted Dox, Special Agent in Charge of FBI Los Angeles' Criminal Division. These operations are truly a team effort, and I would like to recognize those partnerships. If not for their commitment, dedication, and follow-through, we would not be here today. First, I'd like to thank LAPD, IRS Criminal Investigations, and the U.S. Attorney's Office for working collaboratively for the past 4 years, in this case with FBI Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on violent gangs. I'd also like to thank the U.S. Marshal Service for their assistance today, and many departments in California, Arizona, Nevada, and the North Las Vegas Police Department. Now, this morning, hundreds of agents and officers, including multiple SWAT teams, executed multiple arrest warrants for many of the 19 defendants charged in this case. Search warrants were executed at 6 locations. Those searches continue to be underway. 4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours. And while we're still seeking the whereabouts of 5 individuals, 3 of whom we believe we will have in custody shortly, 2 defendants are considered fugitives. They are Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, and Brian Mejia. We will provide their photographs to the media following this announcement. Anyone with information as to their whereabouts should not take action on their own, but contact the FBI. You can reach us by calling 1-800-CALL-FBI. During this investigation, we recovered 49 weapons, 5 pounds of methamphetamines, 10,000 fentanyl pills, and large amounts of cash. The Rolling 16 Crips have been around for decades, and by some estimates are among the largest gangs in the country, with factions in multiple states. Mr. Henley has been a known member of the Rolling 60s Crips since the 1980s, where he established his reputation and earned standing with fellow gang members. He has been able to use that standing to intimidate businesses and individuals and to commit various forms of violence, including the alleged murder outlined by the U.S. Attorney. He's also been able to influence others to give him money, only to defraud his victims, including defrauding the U.S., the government, the city of Los Angeles, and you, the taxpayer. Before I close, I'd like to ask that anyone who has information about the alleged criminal activity or feel that they have been victimized by any of the defendants, call the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI.
600, you better not call that number. I'm pretty sure you didn't already call that number.
We've targeted this gang in the past and will continue to target gangs who seed violence and fear in our communities. The FBI will never waver on our commitment to combat violent gangs and those individuals affiliated who prey on others. Today's arrests make neighborhoods across our city safer. Thank you. And with that, I'll turn it over to IRS SAC Tyler Hatcher.
Good morning. Again, I'm Tyler Hatcher. I'm the special agent in charge of IRS criminal investigation here in Los Angeles. Today's arrests are the result of outstanding investigative work by law enforcement partners from LAPD, U.S. Attorney's Office, the FBI, and my office, who've worked tirelessly to find the evidence necessary to charge those who are alleged to bring harm to our communities, as you've heard previously. The RICO charges against Mr. Henley and his associates reflect a pattern of crimes that runs the gambit from extortion to robbery to murder to tax fraud and to human trafficking, all under the umbrella of a well-organized criminal organization led by Mr. Henley. Additionally, Mr. Henley duped the County of Los Angeles by running a nonprofit named Developing Options, which was set up to pull youth out of the gang life and promote anti-gang solutions. Yet Mr. Henley continued to personally orchestrate violent gang activity that impact our communities. Donors trust that their donations will be used in a manner that...
One thing for sure, two things for certain. Anytime you got somebody that's trying to stop gangs or squash neighborhood beefs like the boy from East Coast, the moment he squashed that beef with the East Coasters and the Florences, what happened? They locked him up. They don't want this gang stuff to stop. Trust and believe that. Now they got the evidence. Once the feds come get you, that means that everything that they saying they got. So if they saying this about dude, then it's true, man. It got to be true if the feds come get you, because they don't come get you unless it's true. Oh man, it's all bad, man.
Consistent with what the charity was set up to do and applied as intended. In this case, it was for the benefit of at-risk youth. Financial transactions leave a trail, and IRS criminal investigation special agents are the best at following that trail. The trails allegedly lead to Mr. Henley's personal bank account, and the money trail doesn't lie. Organized crime victimizes our Los Angeles communities far too frequently, but the arrests made today demonstrate our commitment to making Los Angeles safer for everyone impacted by these criminal enterprises. IRSCI is proud to partner with our federal and state and local law enforcement partners to make our communities safer and to protect from these violent acts. And on that, I'll turn it over to the Chief.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here today. I'll keep my comments brief. From day one, the Los Angeles Police Department's been proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with the FBI and our partners here today in this critical investigation. The invaluable expertise provided by Operations South Bureau FBI Task Force on the Rolling 60s criminal street gang has played a pivotal role in securing these 19 federal indictments laid out this morning. It's a major step forward in our ongoing fight against gang violence and brings hope and relief to a community that for too long has endured far too much. Together, we will continue to protect and serve, working tirelessly to ensure safety in all of our neighborhoods. Let me, return the U.S. Attorney, Joe McNally, for any questions follow-up.
Take any questions.
Oh, and we're gonna end that right there, man. Cold game, man. Big U on the run from the feds. BRICC Baby alleged has been arrested, as well as LUCE Cannon has been arrested as well. I don't wish jail on nobody, man. Freedom, guys, man. Free LUCE Cannon, free BRICC Baby, man, and all the rest of the guys, man. Catch y'all on the next one.